Now at 9, a Delaware County deputy has died. We have the details.
And we will be live from the Delaware County Airport, finding out more about the ongoing troubles with the FAA.
Plus, the longest government shutdown is coming to a close. See when normalcy could return.
And see how people have been handling finances amidst the shutdown.
I'm tracking a fall whiplash in temperatures. NewsLink Indiana starts now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Max Robson.
And I'm Mira Bloomer. A Delaware County Sheriff's deputy died in a crash on I-69 early this morning. The crash happened on I-69 North near Yorktown.
According to the sheriff's office, the deputy was helping a stranded driver along the interstate when a semi-truck hit his patrol vehicle. Despite the efforts of emergency response teams, Corporal Blake Reynolds died of his injuries. Delaware County Sheriff's Office asked the community to keep the Reynolds family and first responders in their, quote, thoughts and prayers, end quote. Later in the day today, following a press release, police officers and members of the Delaware County Sheriff's Office drove through Muncie with their sirens on, honoring Reynolds.
We are approaching day 43 of the government shutdown, and with that, airports are facing no funding. NewsLink Indiana's Peyton Mucker is live at the Delaware County Airport to take a closer look.
Yes, thank you, Mira and Max. Now, as they said, with no funding coming from the government due to the shutdown, these positions that are federally funded are currently receiving no payment. Now, as of roughly half an hour ago, the House did come to an agreement to reopen the government. The bill was passed 222 to 209. Now, to officially reopen the government, President Donald Trump is required to sign the bill, and he is expected to do so roughly around 9:45 tonight. Now, despite the government being officially voted on to reopen, there are still some long-lasting effects that we're seeing, especially here at airports. Now, right now, I'm here at the Delaware County Airport, which is also federally funded. Even though it is not a commercial airport, they are still without funding at the moment. Now, this is causing flight delays across the country. One of the several airports that is hit the hardest by this is the Indianapolis airport. The last government shutdown was back in December of 2018, which lasted 35 days. One of the reasons why the government returned then was also regarding problems stemming from a lack of funding for air travel. The Senate on November 10th passed a bill to start working towards resolving the shutdown. We now see the House go into that next step. And again, these changes will take some time to fully come into effect, but NewsLink Indiana will keep you covered and we'll keep you in the know. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Peyton. For the first time in nearly 2 months, House lawmakers gathered in Washington for floor votes. They're poised to consider a stopgap funding bill that the Senate has already greenlit. If it becomes law, the government will reopen and furloughed workers will return to their jobs. The bill has passed the House and is now waiting to be signed by the president. Amy Kiley reports on how quickly that could impact SNAP benefits and air travel.
If the government reopens, how long will it take for things to get back to normal? Many are asking that question now that the shutdown appears close to ending. Today, the House is set to vote on a stopgap funding bill that's already through the Senate. The president is signaling he'd sign it. If that happens, officials say SNAP benefits could resume promptly.
It appears that we're on a glide path up in Washington where the SNAP benefits will be fully honored, hopefully by the end of this week.
That's likely a relief for the more than 40 million Americans who rely on SNAP for food.
I'm trying to do my best to shield my daughter from how concerned I am, but at the same time, she is seeing the difference in our cupboards. She's seeing the difference in her meals.
The timeline for air travel returning to normal is less certain. The FAA is still forcing flight cancellations due to air traffic controller shortages. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says they'd get 70% of their back pay within 48 hours of the government reopening. But
I'm concerned that we're not going to have on day one controllers come back into the towers right away.
Duffy says he'll rely on data to decide when the FAA can lift shutdown-related flight restrictions.
We're trying to manage risk in the system to make sure people fly and fly safely.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Democrats largely oppose the stopgap bill. because it doesn't guarantee certain Obamacare subsidies won't expire if Congress doesn't extend them. The cost of health insurance could more than double for millions of Americans.
Since its start on October 1st, the government shutdown has taken a toll on federal workers who have gone without paychecks, and whether it's a shutdown, unemployment, or any other interruption in income, financial experts say it's important to take the right steps to regroup. Karen Kafa has the details from Washington.
An interruption in income can happen for any number of reasons.
It might not be because it was anything you did. You could have been a victim of the shutdown, or maybe you got divorced. There are all kinds of situations that can cause you to get into debt.
And once paychecks resume, experts say to take stock of the situation before making any money moves.
You want to look at what your expenses are, if those have changed over the time that you haven't had income. And you also want to see, maybe most importantly, what you currently owe. So if you've paused payments on loans or on utility bills, you want to see, how far back you are and how much you need to do to catch up.
Personal finance expert Beverly Harzog advises reaching out to lenders about options, especially for credit card debt, which tends to carry higher interest. She says those with good credit may be able to make a balance transfer to pare down payments.
With a balance transfer credit card, you could get a 0% APR, anywhere from 12 to, I've seen about 21 months lately. And you can transfer your debt to that card and then pay it down monthly, interest-free during that trial period.
Elizabeth Ayula, co-host of NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast, says once households regroup from one crisis, it's important to financially reposition in case it happens again.
As we've seen with the current shutdown and financial hardships, emergency funds are so important.
Households that want to get a jump on rebuilding emergency savings and paying down debt, Ayula says, might even consider a temporary side hustle to boost incoming funds. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
I mean, Max, I couldn't imagine staying at an airport for over 48 hours and then not even being able to go to where you want to. It's scary.
Yeah, most definitely. And hopefully with the FAA coming back, the only things you'll have to really worry about is now the weather stoppages. Yep. And that happens a lot now.
Yeah. Well, let's see what Elizabeth has for weather.
Thank you, Max and Mira. Taking a look at those current temperatures, 42 in Indianapolis, 45 in Lafayette, 46 down in Terre Haute. Here in Muncie, 44 degrees. We've had quite the temperature increase in the last 24 hours, an 8-degree increase in Muncie, 7 in Lafayette, 6 in Indianapolis and in Terre Haute, and a 9-degree increase in Shelbyville. In my full forecast, I will be tracking fall temperatures returning, northern lights, and that football forecast.
Thank you, Elizabeth. The golf season is slowing down, but not for MD's Golf Academy. NewsLink Indiana's Stella Davis swings into the story.
It's getting colder out, and most activities are headed inside. But golfers here at MD's Golf Academy are just getting started for the winter months. Let's go check it out.
MD's Golf Academy, located in Muncie, is a practice center for golfers. They have the indoor and outdoor putting greens, indoor golf simulation, and heated spaces for shooting golf balls.
Well, it gives them the opportunity to practice 12 months out of the year, after dark, 7 days a week, inclement weather when it's raining. So in times where traditionally in the past we wouldn't have the opportunity to play or practice, MD's allows them to do that.
Even on snowy days like this, MD's still has dozens of golfers practicing their craft.
I usually tell most people, as long as it's about 25 or 30 degrees or warmer, you can still get out here and hit balls because we've got the heaters out here.
Not only does the practice center have the ability to practice year-round, MD's allows players to golf for leisure or practice more competitively by taking private lessons.
Everything from 4-year-olds and 95-year-olds, men, women, old, young, just whoever wants to work on their golf game.
As we've seen today, MD's holds a special place for golfers to golf all year round. And as it gets colder and colder, these golfers will be out here shooting their best shot. In Muncie, Stella Davis, NewsLink, Indiana.
Even though the warm weather has faded, it does not mean the summer activities have to as well. Follow MD's Golf Academy on Instagram for more information.
Coming up, one American coin is coming to an end. Find out which one.
And Target is helping out this holiday season. See how they are doing it.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back. The penny is suffering the same fate as the dodo bird or the 8-track player. After 238 years, the U.S. Mint produced its last 1-cent coin today. Earlier this year, President Donald Trump announced that he ordered the nation to stop making the penny, saying that each one cost nearly 4 cents to create. Other coins, including the nickel, dime, and quarter, will remain in circulation. Although the penny already seems obsolete to some consumers, its removal is causing problems for some merchants, who will now have to round prices either up or down. And dropping the penny will create a greater need for nickels, which are already more expensive coin to mint.
Target is lowering prices on 3,000 items in an effort to help family budgets this holiday season. Starting this month, prices on certain food, beverage, and essential items at Target will be reduced. They include price drops on hickory smoked bone-in hams, apples, pie crusts, cold medicine, and more. Target also announced the return of its Thanksgiving meal deal. The retailer promotes that its holiday dinner will cost less than $5 per person. The company said its price reductions will continue through December. Target has also made a $500,000 donation to Feeding America. The money will help the organization's massive network of food banks provide meals to families in need.
How warm will that football forecast be? Find out after the break.
After his wife passed, my neighbor Larry started drinking a lot. He was in distress and acting out. He had guns around, and I didn't want anything bad to happen. I pressed pause. Our local authorities filed a firearm restraining order to temporarily remove the guns. It gave Larry the time he needed to get help. It wasn't easy, but we got through it together. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Taking a look outside of that Cooper Science Cam, we are seeing a clear and calm night this evening outside at Ball State's campus. Those temperatures are sitting at 42 in Indianapolis, 45 in Lafayette, 46 in Terre Haute, 44 down in Bloomington and in Shelbyville. And even here in Muncie, we're sitting at about 44 degrees in Farmland as well. 45 in Newcastle, 45 in Anderson, 36 in Richmond, and 39 in Marion. Now, we've had quite the temperature increase in the last 24 hours. That snow has melted and that sun is shining. We have had an 8-degree increase in Muncie, a 10-degree increase in Fort Wayne, and a 7-degree increase in Lafayette. Those temperatures are rising, and for the next 12 hours, those temperatures will remain rather consistent all throughout the evening and into the morning, with that low tonight being 33 degrees, and those winds are going to come in from the west about 5 miles an hour, but those gusts are going to come in at about 20 miles an hour. Those conditions will stay partly cloudy throughout this evening. Now, last night, we did have those aurora lights, and those were a lot more prevalent last night than they will be tonight. We do see this line, this red line in southern Indiana. We will not be seeing the view of those aurora lights, but in Muncie, we have the possible chance of seeing that from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Again, that might be possible, but those clouds might block that for us. As we're heading to class tomorrow morning around 8 a.m., 34 degrees, definitely going to want that coat. By noon, 51 degrees, and by 5 p.m., 52 degrees. That sun will remain shining all throughout the day, and those winds will come in from the west at 5 miles an hour. Now, this weekend, we do have that football game on Saturday. Kickoff is at noon versus Eastern Michigan. Now, that temperature, let's take a look at that, 68 degrees. That's really warm, perfect football temperature, mostly cloudy conditions, and those winds are going to come from the southwest at 20 miles an hour. Now, those winds might make it a little more chillier than it might be outside. Definitely going to want a light coat for that. But we've had a weather whiplash this week. Let me bring you back to Monday. We had 31 degrees was our high. Very chilly. We saw that snowfall. We were bundled up and had to scrape off those cars. But on Saturday, this Saturday, 68 degrees. Even parts of Indiana might reach up to 70 degrees. It is quite the weather whiplash we've been having. Now, this is reflected in the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. We have been seeing this above average temperatures all throughout the Midwest. Even down south, we've been seeing that above average. We do see that more in Indiana. Now, this does reflect in the next 7 days. We are seeing that on Thursday, 57 degrees, Friday, 64, on Saturday for that football game, 68, like I mentioned. Sunday, 52 degrees. On Monday, 50 degrees. On Tuesday and Wednesday, early next week, we are seeing that rain showers start to come in. We have those AM showers on Tuesday, 40% chance, and on Wednesday, a 40% chance of those evening showers. Now, we've really had that weather whiplash. It's crazy. We went from snow to now, like, sun. And, like, we don't have to wear those winter coats anymore.
Well, when I saw those lights last night, the first thing that comes to mind is Polar Express, right?
Yes.
And now we're getting into these warmer football days again, you know.
It's crazy.
We're living double lives right now.
Yeah.
I would have to say I am in love with this warm weather, though. I never want it to be cold again. I saw the snow once. I am done with the snow.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to come back. You can tell St. Nick to wait. You know?
Hey, I mean, I love the holiday season, though. I don't know.
I think the snow was really pretty.
I thought it was too. I'm a fan of it.
It was
so.
very pretty, but I am dreaming of a green Christmas. I am dreaming of a green December, a green January, a green everything.
Maybe you should move somewhere else.
Yeah,
Most
didn't know that
definitely.
about you. Didn't
Most
know that about you.
definitely.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Josiah Veen has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Max and Mira. Swimmers are lighting up the scoreboard and new Cardinals are flying into the nest. All this and more next in sports.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
I
don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Josiah Bean with sports. 2 Ball State women's swim and dive athletes have obtained MAC Weekly honors. Senior Peyton Kelly obtained MAC Swimmer of the Week, with her teammate Grace Walker obtaining MAC Diver of the Week. Kelly will be awarded this honor after picking up 3 individual event wins this weekend, the 100 backstroke, 50 freestyle, and 100 freestyle. Walker would win her honor after scoring a 298.65 on the 3-meter board versus Ohio. This score would qualify her for the NCAA Zone Diving Championships. The Cards will compete next at the House of Champions, hosted by IU Indy on November 20th through the 22nd. Taking things to the court, Ball State women's basketball continued their dominant start to the season tonight. The former MAC Conference champions defeated the Northern Kentucky Norsemen 95-64. Senior Bree Salenbine led the way with 20 points, and senior Tessa Towers dominated the boards with 8 rebounds. This is the Cards' 3rd win to start the season as they remain undefeated in non-conference play. The Cards will fly to Memphis to take on the Tigers this Saturday at 1 p.m. Keeping with the same theme, Ball State women's basketball has also announced new signings to their 2026 recruiting class. These signings would include Indiana native Lillian Barnes from Valparaiso High School. Barnes is a 2-time winner of the Times Girl Basketball Player of the Year Award for the Northwest Indiana Times. Barnes has also obtained the Duneland Athletic Conference MVP. The other signing announced is Dutch forward Klaske Miedema. Miedema has most recently played for the Orange Lions Academy V21 out of the Dutch Basketball Organization. The forward has also played for Dutch Women's Basketball League under coach Harvey Van Stein. Passing it to the professional court, Caitlin Clark has partnered with Nike to release a basketball shoe in her name. Earlier today, Nike released the Kobe 6 Protro by Caitlin Clark. The colorway player edition shoe comes in an icy blue color and has snakeskin texture. The Clark branded shoes retail for $200 a pair. Nike also released a shirt and shorts to match the release. The Indiana Fever guard is expected to release her first official signature shoe line in 2026. Call me a pessimist, but coming into this season, I didn't really have high hopes for the women's team. We're missing almost all of our starting 5, but then we have our transfer from Gonzaga, Bree Salenbine, coming in, scoring 20 points on her 3rd game as a Cardinal.
Also leading the MAC in rebounds. She has been amazing, as well as Tessa Towers, who didn't really get much playing time last year.
I definitely love to watch those games. I mean, to see them succeed, they work so hard for it. All student athletes do. So I love to see those women out there and just they're killing it for sure.
Have you guys had your chance to make your way out to the arena this season?
Not yet. I'm kind of waiting for MAC play. You know, we were ranked around 4-ish in the MAC preseason standings. I want to show them they're wrong. Again, we're winning it back.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely hit up one in the next few weeks or so. Definitely before winter break.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him play.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Josiah. Coming up, Arlene Thompson has a look at your campus coverage.
And we have one final look at your weather.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe. Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision?
It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Arlene Thompson, and this is your campus coverage. As finals week approaches, students are in need of support more than ever. Ball State's academic peer mentors are the remedy to that solution. In residence halls around campus, 19 students are employed as academic peer mentors in their respective living learning communities. Hidden away in Resident Hall Schmidt Wilson's art studio is second-year APM Alana Halstead. Her weekly event, Artist Anonymous, allows time for fine art students to work on projects with a mentor available.
I'm just here to be not only a resource for like materials and like these maker spaces like what we're in now, but also a resource for more of those personal aspects, so things like tutoring services, the learning center, counseling. They just make it easier for residents to like have somebody in their corner that also understands.
Not only are they focused on the mental health and academic side of student success, but also giving students the opportunity for fun activities. With monthly events, the last one decorating pumpkins for a festive Halloween, and semesterly events to places like Pattern Magazine. This allows students to see what work is available in Indiana while giving them a break from campus. Even in the Honors Residence Hall, Doherty, APMs are available for study sessions and available as a resource. They are prominent figures that students can lean on for support, being their cheerleader through it all.
Being in my role, I'm able to like help, again, support them and make them feel like this is the right decision no matter what. Like this is where you're supposed to be.
In stressful times, such as the end of the semester, having someone to lean on can help students prosper. Academic peer mentors are a viable resource for students to utilize, and they are more than happy to be of assistance. I am definitely starting to feel that pressure of finals week approaching. Like, it's getting stressful.
Oh, most definitely. And as a former RA, I actually went to my APMs, and they helped me so much just with finding resources for me.
Yes, definitely.
Oh yeah, it's definitely just something that you have to kind of take charge of and take that help, because Ball State really has so many resources to give for these stressful times like that.
Yeah, they really do. They are such great help, and I've loved getting to know mine, and I'm glad to have them.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and with finals week coming up, it's only going to get more and more stressful throughout the year. Speaking of finals, let's take a final look at that weather.
Taking one last look, again, we do have that football game on Saturday, 68 degrees on Saturday, mostly cloudy conditions. And for the next 7 days, we do see these fall-like temperatures return in our forecast. We have on Sunday 52 degrees, Monday 50, and early next week we do see those rain chances start to roll back into our forecast. I am super excited for that warm football game. I know we mentioned that earlier, but I'm super excited.
I know there's nothing more like home feely than like having a home game and the weather's warm. Yes. So I'm super excited. It'll be a good day.
Oh yeah, you'll most definitely see me in shorts with a jersey on at that tailgate and at that game.
Yes, you won't need that winter coat. That's
oh, most
sure.
definitely.
Right,
well, thank you so much, Elizabeth. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.